Hello boys and girls. Today we are working on lesson 122 in our Saxon math book. And the first thing it asks us to do is use the metric side of our ruler to measure this line segment in centimeters. So I'd say it's approximately 11 centimeters. If this line segment is congruent to this line segment, that would be 11 tens. So it would be 110 millimeters. Taylor gives his dog 3 dog biscuits a day. 3 dog biscuits a day. How many dog biscuits will the dog eat during the month of May? Well, how many days are in the month of May? January, February, March, April, May. So it's on the top of my knuckle. So that's going to be worth 31 days. So 3 times 31. Now, of course, there's multiple ways to do this. I can do this in expanded form. 3 times 3 tens would be 90, plus 3 times 1 is 3, so it'd be 93. However, I can draw me a picture as well. If I cut it into thirds and put 31 in each of these, it would be 30, 60, 90, 1, 2, 3, 93. So my answer would be 93 dog biscuits. What type of story is this? Well, this is a multiplication story, right? We know we got to multiply because we have equal groups. And we are looking for the total. So we don't have a total. That's what we've got to find. Finding a total. Measure each side of this shape. So if I measure this one, it's approximately 2 centimeters or 20 millimeters. This one would be approximately 4 centimeters or 40 millimeters. This side would be 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters. And finally, this last one would be approximately 41 millimeters. So not much of a difference, and we're finding the perimeter. So 40 plus 41 is 81. 81 millimeters plus 20 and 30 equals 50 millimeters. So what would that total be? Well, 5 plus 8 is 13 and 1, so 131 millimeters. Trace the parallel line segments. Which 2 lines will never intersect? Well, obviously, this line intersects with these 2, and this line intersects with these 2. So the question, is it going to be this line is parallel to this line, or is this line parallel to this line? So if I take a ruler and I follow along these lines, eventually this line will intersect with this line. So that leaves these 2. So I'm going to trace over. Now obviously I don't have a red, I've got an orange, but that's not really important. We're multiplying in expanded form. 7 times 100 is 700. 7 times 7 is 49 tens, and 7 times 4 would be 28. So how do I add that up? Well, 7 plus 4 is 11. 9 plus 2, so we've got 11 hundredths. 9 plus 2 is 100 with the 8 over 118. So now I can easily solve that as 1,218. 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. Now obviously I can put a 20 over here, or I can just carry it up. Now this has already been multiplied, so you don't need to multiply it again. All you're doing is multiplying by what's in here. These are just added to it. So what is 3 times 8? 24 plus 2 more is 26. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 more would be 14. So my answer is 1,467. I love number lines. So we're going to show this problem on a number line. 4 plus 2 more equals 6. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Miss Gilchrist bought a dozen donuts. A dozen is 12. 5 are chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I think of a dozen, I kind of think of like a carton of eggs. Does that make sense? So my carton kind of looks like this. Then we have 4 jellies. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many cinnamon? 1, 2, 3. So what's the fractional part? Well, 5 out of 12, 4 out of 12, and 3 out of 12. 30 divided by 5 would be 6. 42 divided by 7 would be 6, so they're equal. 24 divided by 8 would be 3. 16 divided by 4 is 4, so 3 is less than 4. 18 divided by 2 would be 9. 28 divided by 4 is 7, so 9 is greater than 7. These last two problems, the question is, do you want to do them mentally or do you want to write them out? So this first one I think I'll do mentally because I like to do it that way. So if I add 1 to this, that makes this 13 tenths. And 13 to 20 would be 7. So 13 plus 7 equals 20. Now we are at 20 tens or 200. And I need to go to 207, so I need to include the 7 more. So 71 plus 7 is 78. If I add 4, that makes 20. So it's 22 tens. And if I add 80 to 22, I'd make 30 tens. So my answer is 84. 78 is less than 84. Another way you can do this is obviously all you have to do is go over on the side of your paper and simply add. 3 plus 8 is 11. Carry. 1 plus 9 is 10 plus 4 more is 14. 1 plus 2 is 3. So this side is 341. Now I'm going to do the second portion right over here, 307 plus 36. 7 plus 6 is 13. 4 and 3. So the answer is 343. Well, 341 is less than 343. That concludes today's lesson.